Hi, welcome to your flipped classroom for computing this week. So last week in our computing lesson, we decided to put our data onto a spreadsheet on using Microsoft Excel. And we made a lovely table, and some of you were able to format it. And some of you even moved on to what I'm going to be showing you today. So I'm going to show you how you can change that data that you have put onto your table and how you can actually present that as a visual chart, which may make it easier for people to read and to look at and to analyze. So I will share my screen with you. So I'm going to share the screen with you, and on this screen you can see a table that one of you did. This is actually Luca's work from Carver class. And you can see on his table, he's got a lively, he's put a title in, he's done his headings, and he's got his days of the weeks, and he's inputted his data. So what you can do for your next stage to make your table look a bit more presentable, it's just a recap from last week, is to format it so it looks a little bit more presentable and a bit clearer so that people can understand and see what things are. So for example, for the title, we could just click on the cell, click on B, which makes it nice and bold, and then we can click on the U button, and that underlines it for us. We can then do the same here with all the headings. So we just click bold, and maybe we want to center it so it looks like that. And we can do that with all the writing as well, put it in the middle. So it now all looks like it's under the correct column that it needs to be. You can see that Luca has also managed to put a border around his table. So when he prints it, you can actually see the table grid lines, which is really good as well. So now we're going to make a chart. And the way we do this is we need to select the correct information to make our chart. So let's say we want to do temperature. Okay, we're going to make a chart about temperature. I'm going to hold the CTRL button, which is on the keyboard. There's two of them. There's one on the right-hand side next to the arrow keys, and then there's one on the left-hand side near the shift key, or the cap box key just below it. It's got CTRL. Okay, and what you do, you hold that down, because I want to do days of the week, and then I click and drag, and I want to do temperature. That way it selects the two columns that I've selected here. If I do that without pressing control, it won't select both of them. So make sure you press the control button down whilst you're selecting, and you will be able to select both of them. Once you've done that, you can let go of the control button, you can let go of the mouse. We then go to the top here and we click on insert. And when we go into insert, we've got all these different types of charts that we can use, right? And you know, we've got column bar charts, we've got column charts, we've got all these different types of charts, surface, stock, funnel. Some of these I've never even heard of before. We got pie charts. So we need to pick a chart that's going to display our information of showing us how the temperature has changed over the days of the weeks, or what it was like on different days of the week. So something like a pie chart may not be the best, because a pie chart is really to show us a proportion. Show, like, you know, how many people voted for this, how many people didn't vote for this, or how many cars did you see pass in an hour, that kind of thing. A bar chart would probably be better, or a line graph. So I'm going to click a bar graph. Now I can just click it here, or I can click on the little arrow, and it gives me a whole range of different charts that I can use. And you can see here that when I hover over it, it changes the graph at the bottom. Okay, so I could have a 2D bar chart, I could have a 3D bar chart, I could have a 2D, 3D column, or I can have a 2D column. Okay, so this is what, let's go with, and you know, we want one that's clear. Let's go with this one, shall we? So I click on this one, and now you can see my charts, but I want to move it so it's not in front of my table. And when I click the chart, you can see my table has changed color. Okay, I've got purple and I've got red and I've got blue. That's telling me, when I click on the chart, that's telling me the information that is shown that I've grabbed from my table. I'm going to remove that temperature there. Okay. Now this could go on the axes there, but I'm not going to worry too much about it. So this graph is now showing the temperature from my table, and then you can actually clearly see which days of the week the weather was the temperature was the highest. You can see which day the temperature was at its lowest. You can see which day the temperatures were the same. So here the hottest day of the week was Thursday. All right. The coldest day of the week was the day before, which was Wednesday. Friday and Saturday, well, the temperature was the same. Okay. So this bar chart, just by looking at it, within seconds, you can see your information displayed very quickly and in a very neat way. The table still does that. It's still the same information, but looking at the table, it may take a little bit longer. It may be more challenging for you to analyze. Whereas here, we can just go straight to the chart and I can see straight away that Thursday's chart, that the column is bigger, which would tell me that that's a higher value, because we always start with 0 at the bottom and work our way up to the higher value. So I know that Thursday was the hottest day and I know Wednesday was the coldest day. So what you're going to do at home is you're going to try doing this yourselves. And just to show you as well, you can actually edit your chart as well. You can change the style of it. I mean, I could have it looking like this if I wanted, or I could have it like that, or like, you know, it's entirely up to you. Have a play around with it. You know, you could even do one that's on a sideways like that. Probably not the best to read information. And you can even change the color. You know, you can change the color of the chart. You know, I could have that color scheme, or I can have this one, or blue, orange, gray. You know, you can absolutely do anything you like. So that's what you're going to try and do. And to make sure you've seen the flip classroom video, you need to tell me what special filter I'm going to put onto the screen very, very shortly. So what filter have I just put on the screen? And then I will know that you've done your flipped classroom this week. Right, have a good week, guys. Enjoy the weather. It's going to be nice and warm this weekend and sunny. So have a good one. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.